All right, we are live. I see a bunch of people out there in the chat. And guys, your eyes ain't deceiving you. We're live on a Thursday. There is a huge reason we're doing this. Our guest tonight, he normally goes lives on Thursday, and I didn't want to disrupt his schedule at all. And he was way cool to say, yeah, I want to come on the channel. I would be very surprised if any of you out there do not know who this man, there we go, that man is. But, Mr. Scott, sir, take a moment. Please introduce yourself to people who I know are going to come rolling in.
Well, if you don't know who I am, you've probably seen this face run around somewhere on the internet. And thanks to Tyson from Faithfully Bearded for making that. But my name is Scott. My YouTube channel and Instagram are Beard Times with Scott. I have been making bearding content, product reviews, and live streams and such since 2017. And I'm here kicking it with Chris, not company to be named later. That guy right there.
That's right. We're going to have some fun tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, dude, it's a pleasure. You have been, when I started doing this live thing, one of the guests I've been wanting to have on for a very, very long time. You know, because like I told you when I was on your channel, you're one of the guys I stole stuff from when I started doing, beard product reviews. You, Mo, and the Teach. You three. I combined a whole bunch of stuff I love from all you guys into my own little weirdness. But all right, let's get the usual crap out the way. Let's see. Bearded Metal Chef had first at like 8:30 this morning. Ryan, welcome. Yeah, he was on early. He's like, I'm first. You want to fight me over it? Ryan, welcome. Beard Code Devin, brother, you should be getting some mail from me tomorrow. Copper Johns, how you doing, Tyson? And Johnny Grooms, the man with the best damn name in the game. I was just watching your latest video.
I did.
We got to get those view counts up for Johnny on his latest and get him an affiliate code.
Yeah.
Beard Bushido, how you doing, brother? Damn Yankees in the house. Remember them guys? They're going to come into play a little bit later on. Scott doesn't know this, but we might have a couple giveaways tonight. Shh. Don't tell Scott.
Did you say something?
Nope, not at all. Tevin, there you are, brother. Mark Duran Jr., how you doing, guys? All right, guys. We're going to start tonight off with, well, I don't know. Let's just go down the usual thing, but I've got something really, really special I wanted to talk to him about. Because you guys know, recently, with things that have been going on with me, I've been devoting a lot of my live feeds to help with just being able to discuss when you're having a problem. You know, we all get overwhelmed. We all get blown away. We all get up in the morning and we're like, I can't do this. But it's at those times where we've got to either reach out, we've got to reach deeper, and, we've got to do things differently. But we're going to get there in a moment. Now, Mr. Scott, one of the huge things, because you have been around for a very, very long time, and guys, sorry for the lighting going on. And, I do want to discuss this before we go too much further. If the screen blacks out, there was a lot of issues last night with live streams. Just close it out and come right back in. We're not going to know because it's going to look normal to us, but just close out and come right back in. All right. When you're doing your videos, and I know you have, like, a lot of product, you got a lot of companies, you got a lot of things going on. How do you prioritize the content you want to put out?
When I put out reviews, it depends, and I'm sure if any reviewers watching this, you know what I'm talking about. You get the stack of packages. If you don't open them all when they arrive, because I know Tyson from Faithfully Bearded opens them up one at a time, and gives it its time. What I normally do is I write down, it's weird to say, I actually write down my good guys. I write down when the package arrives, and I try to give it like a 30-day receiving package to putting out the video, just for good measure for most part. But some of them, just because it's been dumpster fire 2020, I really haven't gone with that. And content in general, if I'm not making a review, it depends. They kind of just come to me at work. They really do. Like one that I think I'm making on Sunday. I'm gonna make a video, which I've never done before because I had a beard like Chris's and just long, but I didn't take care of mine. You guys know that I wasn't the styling type of guy. Now that my beard is kind of shorter and sweeter, I do have to keep it in good shape because I want it to grow in good and everything. But I'll show you up close, like this side here. I got to clean up my lines. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do that. More than likely a live stream on Sunday, just because if I do it in the bathroom, I can't bring a camera and a laptop and such to live stream it. I can use my phone and my little tripod and do it live. You know,
that was impressive to watch you and Brian do that and have him talk you through stuff. And I got to admit, I was transfixed watching it. Not that I would ever do anything like that, you know, but I was just like,
that's a series. He doesn't know it yet. We're making that a series because I've already told him Devin from the Beard Code is one of his first guests for doing it. I think that would be something that Brian could explode on really, really well. What was it? His Beard Advice series. I watched every single one of those. I was a part of it. It was awesome. But my content though, they kind of just come to me at random. Anything like I've been wanting to do a video about a certain way. A video. I'm not even going to give my secret away because my coworker gave it to me. How to check your beard thoroughly for anything in it. I'm not going to give the secret away, and found it at work of all places. I'm like, my coworker, he demonstrated on me, and I'm like, I would have never thought of that. And he goes, well, you can have all the credit, but I'm like, oh no, I'm giving it to you on camera.
Nice.
So most of my ideas come to me at work. So
well, you're there an awful lot. You're either at work, you're heading back and forth, or you're having quality time with your better half. So yeah.
Most of the time, JC Mall Reviews gets all of my ideas firsthand. He's actually the guy who kind of came up with the live stream for last Thursday when I had all the companies there all at once at the big sale. Yeah, that was pretty much his idea.
That was impressive to watch that go on and just the deals that were done and everything going on and the love and everything that was shown.
Well, wait till next year. That's all I'm going to tell you. Next year's already ready to go.
Well, that's what you were saying, you know, and I love how you build on your success. You know, you take your lessons that you've learned and you build and you build and you build. I don't think you're outgrowing yourself. I don't think you've got to that point yet, but it's like, it's so impressive to watch how it's just gone on. Like, guys, we're talking about Christmas in July if we didn't mention that, but it's just great to watch that grow. And like I said, all the lessons and everything that's learned. Yeah,
it was really fun this year to have Tyson, Devin, Brian. I had a bunch of people just make videos. Just I wanted some participation. Yeah. I had Chris kick it off. I didn't want it. I wanted it to be fun. What's today? What's today? You didn't know what was going on every day, and that was the plan. And I'm probably going to do something like that again next year. Haven't decided yet, but all the companies are pretty much locked in, ready to go, and one's going to have a sale that you would not believe, and you're going to have to wait till July 30th next year to figure it out. But that is going to be huge. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Nice. Now, with getting on content creation, nice, Pete. When you're doing your videos, do you have like show notes in front of you? Like, I literally on my knife reviews and everything else write down everything I probably need to cover. You know, I know that like there's some companies I know you could do by heart right now. Like if you wanted to do a review on something from Damn Yankee, you could go off all the important points. But I mean, do you have it nearby when you're filming, or?
When I'm filming, well, I'll show you a prime example. As you all know, because I showed the paper. These are my papers. What I've been doing, the open door. Yeah, I've been doing it on purpose so that I know where they are. As soon as the interview's over, I throw them on the floor right here beside me, so I know where they are. Just because I look at them for future purposes. But I have all the hot seat questions, and then I have this one. This one's actually Devin's, and Jeffrey from Bad Dog Beer Co. I've got his video here. The questions the points I want to talk. Yeah, I do that when I make videos for companies. Of course, I make. Always try to get the pricing for people. You know, the ingredients. reading all like I have a whiteboard right here, and
Okay.
pricing, packaging, performance, ingredients, feel, and buy/recommendation. And I go through all those key pinpoints every video. So if you guys ever see me look this way on the camera, I'm looking at my little whiteboard. I want to make sure I get all those key points
Yeah.
before anything, because I feel that those are the key things that people want.
See, for me, and I think it's pretty obvious when you watch some of my videos, when I kind of look down a little bit, because my camera's here, the tripod, of course, is supporting it, and my notes are like right under the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I've always got it right there, and I'm lucky that my camera has the thing that turns around, so I can always watch kind of what I'm doing when I'm filming a video. I'm not just looking at an empty little square somewhere and going, I hope that doesn't look bad. I get real time feedback when I'm filming.
I've been cheating a bit because now I use my camera and such. I keep my laptop like you right below.
Yeah.
So like I just did the bearded Mac video, and I was intentionally doing it on purpose because I'm getting to the point now when I'm doing my videos and reviews, I don't look up scent profiles of anybody.
Nice.
None of because, as an example, this is this first bottle beside me. This says smoked cherry wood, and they say that it is a, what do they call it? They call it it's got a specific name. Oh, there it is, a smoky and sweet blend reminiscent of pipe smoke. I may not necessarily get that, I may come up with something different. So I'm going to tell you what I get from it instead of what the company wants you to think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that's important. There's a lot of times, and I know it's weird. Dear God, I'm probably going to screw the name up, so I better grab the bottle. I think it was Head Honcho from Ruddy Man, one of the new ones on his flight. Some of the big scent profiles in here are Cuban tobacco and black pepper.
Mm.
And you would think it would be a much different smell than what I got out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I first heard it from Drew's Nitro Shop, and he told me what he thought it was. I'm like, there is no way Cuban tobacco and black pepper are going to give you that. And then I tried it, and it literally smelled in beard to me like someone sprayed Febreze, like a dryer sheet, and just wiped it on my beard.
That's surprising. I wouldn't expect that to be that smell from those two.
I didn't either, you know?
Wow.
And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I put it in, and like one of my last live feeds he was in, I was like, Drew, you were right. But it's just weird where scent is so different between like you and me, you know? And it's that important part as a reviewer, I think, is that's great that a company wants you to believe this is going to smell like Starburst. But does it? You know?
Yeah, I will say that because I specifically said in one of the Kingsman reviews I did, I said that the one chainmail smells like Skittles, and that's my favorite candy. And I think it smells like Skittles. A lot of people say it's a citrus. No, I smell straight Skittles out of it.
It was recommended to me for my Fruit Loops face-off challenge that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm still narrowing that down to exactly how I want to grade everything. Because right now I've got 5 companies, 5 cents. I think it's a good way to go, but I've got to do it fair and do it great because some I've had for a while and I absolutely love.
Right.
Others, they were a mystery. So, all right. Now, moving on with a little bit more content creation because, guys, I kind of got some blocks planned out for Scott. Like I said, tonight's going to be really different than anything I've ever done before. So,
I'm happy to be a part of this. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
I got to do it Monday with Ken from Bluegrass. I'm here with Chris, the company we named later, and I'm having a drink with John from Flying Beardsman later in the month. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm in.
All right. And, you know, I want tonight also to be different than Ken's because I know he asked you some really good questions, and I don't want that repeat performance, you know? So we're going different areas. Just to kind of get a different side of Scott. This is where you cue the little rainbow thing going, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, now...
You want a different side of me. Since we were talking about this not that long ago, we're just going to start with something like this tonight. If you dial in, you can pretty much figure out what that is. So, yeah,
do it up, brother. And Beard Bushido, seriously, man, I wish it didn't smell like a dryer sheet, but it just did. It just smells like something you threw in the dryer and makes your clothes smell better. I just, wow. And that's another good point, Bam. Scent is really different between men and women. We'll
Yes,
pick up stuff differently than
yes,
they will.
yes. I can honestly tell you guys this. I don't want to give away. I'm making a video tomorrow for Black Rebel, and I will say this because you said difference in men and women. I'm just going to say this on camera before I go to the review tomorrow. This is the new one from Black Rebel, the Vagabond. He calls
Yeah.
it a tobacco bay leaf. My female coworker today says this almost has it's more of a lemon head scent to her than tobacco bay leaf, and I'm like, that's
Nice.
very interesting to know. I was like, wow, I did not expect a want you that at all. I was like, really? Yeah, I smell like a lemon head candy. I'm like, that's crazy. Like you said, crazy scents to come from people's palates, so to say.
Yeah. Okay. So another thing I wanted to hit you with
Yeah.
is back before you had companies sending you stuff and you were like a baby reviewer and you had to go out and pick your products that you wanted to review. When you went to a company, what kind of caught your eye the most? I mean, what like attracted you there?
First thing I look at, is net. Well, when I was young and dumb, I'll just say it that way. Let me fix my light. When I was young and dumb, I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to get my name out there and just make content and get established. And I was one of the annoying guys who, hey, I'm so and so, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to send me something in exchange for a review? And in all honesty, it's yes or no. They're going to tell you yes and work with you, or they're going to tell you no, get established and we'll talk later. It's one or the other.
Right.
Or they'll offer you a discount code and go from there. But take it, work with the company, however it works out. Build your relationship. Don't just make it just business just to get free stuff. Now, when I look at a company, let's just say company wants me to do a review. I see BAM. Let's just say BAM
Yeah.
is wants me to do a review. First thing I do is I go look at their website, and legitimately I say, "Oh, it's really not strong at all. It's more sweet than anything else, guys. Honestly." Um, First thing I'll look at their website. I want to see what they represent, what they're all about. You know what they
Yeah.
offer, because you know if you're going to send me just this, it better be more damn good. I'm just saying that because if you're putting if you really want a how do I want to say it without being egotistical?
Just
Show
say
me
it.
what you got. Show me what you
Yeah.
got.
See? There you
Show
go.
me what you got. And let's just say a company
Hey,
is,
Michael.
hey, thanks for coming in. Let's just say, there's a new company out on the block, and they're talking like
Mick.
the bearded Mac. Everyone's, and I'm like, okay, I want to see what they're about. I don't reach out to companies anymore. When they reach out to me, I see what they had to offer, and I look to see how many giveaways they do, because there are some companies that do a lot of giveaways just to get their name out there,
Yeah.
and it's good, but it almost is not good, because then people, oh well, he does giveaways all the time. So I kind of pick and choose who I'd like to do reviews for the most
Matt,
part.
welcome to the show, Matt. Pleasure to have you here, brother.
Yeah, I don't reach out to anyone at all. I don't, and I just choose not to. I would rather you if you want to work with me, because you guys call me um what's the word I'm looking for, a horseman, so to say. You guys call me one of those guys, and if you want my stamp of approval, you're gonna have to ask me for it.
Yeah.
But as a joke, $7,000 is how much you'll pay me for it. As I say that jokingly, everybody.
Start scanning the comment section for Defined Beard Co. Everyone. So that's all I'm
Yep,
saying.
exactly. That's why I said that.
See, that's one of the things I never did when I started out. I never reached out to a company and went, "Hey, I've got this many subscribers. I got this watch time." You know the usual thing you do when you send that letter. I
Mhm.
never did it. I just always bought product, did my reviews, and somehow I got lucky and some people kind of discovered me. They're like, "We like what you're doing. Can we send you some stuff?" And I'm like, "Sure." You
I still
know?
buy products. I do. I bought both the Chicago combs, which I'm going to be reviewing soon. Um, hell, I'm thinking, what else did I buy? Oh, the bearded Mac. I
Yep.
bought some of those. Yeah. So yeah, I still purchase products. I don't. I buy what I know I want to use, not what I want to review all the time.
Now, you see, like for me, one of the big things I go looking for is veteran owned companies. If
Yeah.
you're a vet, you're getting my cash right away. You
Mhm.
know, I want to help support brothers. I want to help support what you're doing, especially if you're donating back to veteran charities. Oh, you got my money right away. You know? And yeah, just as a weird offshoot, seeing how you have a Chicago comb, do you get a lot of breakage with it in your beard?
No, I do not. Well, keep this in mind. I have the shower comb. That's the one I'm going to review,
Okay.
and I don't use it out of the shower, so I can't really tell you. But for this one, no, honestly, I don't. My beard's actually not big anymore, so I couldn't really say. But I haven't had noticed any since I've used the pick very much. Do you?
Yeah, actually, I do with this one. I
Oh,
learned
okay.
I learned about these guys over on Beard Therapy. They
Yeah.
were talking about it, and I went, okay, well, let me grab one because if it's carbon fiber, non-static, non-pulling, non-whatever, okay. And I started to run it through, and I'm like, ow, ow, ow. You know, look down in the drain, and I'm like, what the?
Whoa, that's not good.
I never have breakage with ox horns ever.
I don't
I mean,
feel
it
anything
may
right
pull
now.
some, but
I don't have anything in my beard current. So it would be pulling. There's nothing pulling. Now I have the new octane core comb here.
yeah.
Nothing's going on.
Yeah, seriously, I flat out love oxhorn combs after I switched to them.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
never going back to like straight wood ever.
I still like the rake, the one my mother-in-law bought me, the badass beard care one. I like this. Look at it. I mean, it's bigger in your hand. That's why I like it.
Yeah, it looks small in his big old murder mitten. You see that, guys? It looks small in there, you know?
Well, I mean, look at it. It's freaking huge.
Yeah.
I like this one though.
All right. Now, before we move on to some other fun stuff, I've asked this for a lot of people now, and you're next up on the channel, so you get to get asked.
Right?
What is that one moment you had as a YouTuber? It's kind of a two-part question that you thought was an utter failure, and what would you think is your best success that you went, I've made it?
Utter failure. Uh, Let me think. Oh, I can answer that really quickly. This is one because it was a challenge that I was asked to do, and just to make a video, and it didn't work very well on my channel. I got asked to do an everyday carry one,
I
which was
remember that. I remember that.
completely out of my wheel box, and I probably screwed that video up. I didn't know. It wasn't a very big view video for me, and that's okay. I wasn't upset about it. I was like, okay, I need to do more research of that nature, but also I don't dig too deep into the everyday carry stuff like you
Right.
do,
Right.
so I'm not 100% familiar. I was kind of thrown to the wolves, but for a good reason, because it was from Javier on the mic when he put that out there, and like, hey, let's see what you carry.
Right.
And I didn't know what to do. I was like, what do I carry in my lunchbox every day? Because that's what I carry with me all the
Yep.
time when I go to work. And I was like, well, just dump it out and tell people what I carry. But I can't carry a knife, a gun, or whatever.
Yep.
I don't carry that.
And as a quick side, Matt, you've reached that pinnacle, bro, where you can do that. One day, I'll get to your level. Slip up once, I'm gonna pass you. Just slip up once, Matt. I'm coming for you, bro.
My high notes. Uh,
Hey,
well,
Brian.
I think the highest notes that I've gotten, or honestly, was the day that Scuba said my name on his YouTube channel, and I had about 30 community members and reviewers texted me and called me, and I was actually working on this house. We're just starting on it,
Yeah.
and I come in, and Mandy's like, you need to," because my phone kept ringing and ringing, and I wasn't near it, and I come inside. She said, "You need to look at your phone," and it's Scuba's video, and she had already seen it, and I was like, holy shit. I didn't know what to do. I was like, holy crap. And then when he asked me to put it in his live stream, I was like, for real? Are you for real? I was in shock. But
Dude, that's awesome.
I got something else that I would love, and I may possibly have up my sleeve. I cannot give out any information about that, but if I can get it, if I can do it, that will answer your question completely. There's two people watching right now. They know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Now, we do have a question from Tevin that I highlighted here. And while you're reading that, I'll go first. What I have done recently, Tevin, I did it once in a live feed, and I did it once in a private message. I actually turned down affiliate codes because I did not think a company was at a point where I felt comfortable taking money out of their bank account. Their friendship and the fact that they offered to send me product was more than enough. But an affiliate code, I just went, I can't in good conscience accept that.
Have I rejected a company? No. I had to think about that. No. No, I don't think I have. I don't think so. If I have, sorry, I don't think I have.
Oops.
I don't think so. I don't think I ever have. The number 8, that's the one I have, Matt. That's the shower cone. I like it. I like the shower comb a lot. I really do like that one. Yeah, I don't think I ever have.
I got a number 1. That could be a problem. I don't know, but
Yeah. No, I have been rejected from companies to do reviews. I have. There's been quite a few, and I'm okay.
Welcome to the show, Will. And there we go. One of my favorite stalkers. Guys behave. The military police are in the house, so watch out for her. Watch out for her. I keep hearing she makes good cookies, and if she brings them up, you're going in timeout, just like your husband did the last time. Okay. All right, now we're going to switch a little bit. We're going to talk wrestling here for a little bit, all right? We got the content creation part out. Now let's talk wrestling. Here is... Yeah, there we go. Here is your first question of the night. Are you ready?
Yeah, man.
Give me your Mount Rushmore of women wrestlers.
Women wrestlers. Becky Lynch, one of them. Not in order. Just Becky Lynch. The Fabulous Moolah for holding the belt for over 40 years. I'm thinking about this before I answer.
We can kind of see the smoke coming out of his ears, so he's giving it a real good thought.
Medusa Michelli,
Yeah.
or Alundra Blaze, whatever you want to call her. Lita.
Nice.
I did not include Charlotte Flair because I don't like her. I would love to see her actually pave her own way instead of the WWE paving her stones on her father's legacy. That's just my opinion.
I agree. Dude, Brian, seriously? That's freaking awesome, man. I told you you've got talent a while ago. I know you know that. You have that, like, billion view video, and yeah. Not that I'm jealous or anything, okay, Brian? But still.
Lucky bum.
Right? And Ken, that's awesome, man. Have you been hacked?
That's funny.
I still get that weird feeling, and I don't know if any of you do, like when an owner comments on your video, like, great video, love this, you know, good whatever. I'm like, me? You're talking about me?
Yeah.
You know, okay. And yes, I agree with you so much about Charlotte. I am so tired of family dynasties like the Harts. You know, don't get me wrong. All of them had amazing abilities, all right? But it was like, we don't know who we're going to make a champ, so let's just... Davey Boy Smith. Okay, this week, Owen Hart. You know, it was let's throw it at a dynasty.
That's actually I'm gonna find out more about that because I've read Bret Hart's book and it's actually a good book because he puts out a lot of stuff out there. Like, he doesn't hide anything. Even talks about cheating on his wife, and every
Yeah.
time he did it, it's crazy. I actually just got Owen Hart's wife's book. I haven't read it yet, but I've got it, and I'm like, this has got to be good.
See, I would like to read that one.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. That's where I got it from.
I think the
I actually found it by accident. It popped up as a "you should read this," and I was like, "Holy crap!" So I had to have it.
yeah, I think the last book I read was The Rock's autobiography done as The Rock, and I'm like, yeah, no, no. After reading all of Mick Foley's books, every other wrestling book has been, I don't want to say spoiled, but Mick set the expectation really
Yeah,
high. It was like you were sitting next to him in a bar just talking to him.
I don't read any of the WWE's oriented books. The only one I have read is NXT because I had to have it. But I read Shawn Michaels' book, got it autographed, and got to meet him. Um, it was the book he wrote about how he uh, found Jesus and changed his
Yeah.
life around, and WWE had no part of it. And it was actually a really good book. So I was offered $50 to do a positive review on a heated brush and never tried. Told them they could send it to me and I'll review it for free. You should have said you could pay me $50 for my honest opinion, but no, thank you.
What am I? Oh, there we go. Okay. I guess. Yeah, rejected all the time. Are you? Nice. I almost bit into that. Nice, nice, crispy, nice.
Dave has a good channel. He does. I
It's
will
got
tell you.
an
I will tell you this
amazing.
though. We'll tell you this though. You need to fix the damn lens on your camera because if I can't see the background, because I might want to see what posters hanging on that wall. Get a new lens because I don't like it. Just telling you. That's a joke, by the way.
And Johnny, that's awesome, man. You know, too much to
Johnny
having too
Groom.
much to review. That
That's
is,
not true. Johnny Grooms turns down stuff. Number one, because he's sexy as fuck, and number two, because he has the awesomest name in the bearding game. That's why. That's why he does it.
Matt. Thank you. Seriously, because like I get a lot of breakage using that number one. It's really turned me off to Chicago Combs. I mean, I'm gonna try a pick, but I just that one Okay. Hey, Big Man Bearded, welcome in, brother. You did incredible for your very first live the other day. Seriously, that man's
yeah,
gonna be a rising star.
he did. I watched a little bit of that.
Yeah, we'll get to China in a moment. Okay, we really truly will. And yes, Matt, who doesn't want to get stratified? Seriously, that's all I'm saying. Can you imagine being her kid growing up half the world? Just saying.
I'm not a fan of the WWE hiring models to become stars. That's just me. I'm not the biggest fan, such as her.
That's a pretty good one with Wendy Richter. I almost forgot about her in like the '80s being managed by Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah,
Almost
Wendy
forgot.
Wendy Richter was a good one. She was. I was trying to choose between her and the fabulous Moolah. Had to pick Moolah because she held the belt forever. Miss Elizabeth was not a
Yeah, she was
wrestler.
not a wrestler. She was a
You
manager.
cannot count her at all.
Entirely different category.
One of the best managers, I will say. One of the greatest managers because she actually did her job.
Yeah, Beth Phoenix. Yeah, the Glamazon.
Oh, the Edge's woman. Yes.
Yep. Okay, now you see China.
No.
I don't think China was ever really a women's wrestler
No.
because she always competed against male talent.
They
They
made her.
built her.
They
Yeah.
made her that way on purpose. They wanted her to. Come on, think about it. She rarely wrestled women. They wanted her to wrestle with men because she was big enough to do it. That was the whole point. I would love to be a writer for WWE. I'd probably do it for free.
I'm assuming you're talking about Charlotte, and yeah, her entrance music is the sped up Ric Flair music.
With
The fact
rock
that
music in it.
the fact they're always putting a belt on her no matter what, I just yeah.
Yeah,
Nope. Nope.
I'm not a fan of her at all. I'm not a big Sasha Banks fan. I'm not a big Bailey fan, so I don't like them. I just don't. They put on an amazing match in NXT,
Yeah.
but then they made more money, and Vince took them and ruined them. Well, I'll answer that question. What's your opinion on a metal beard comb? Throw it away. I've never had a good experience with any of them. Roll away.
Because I know Boss Man brand sells a metal comb.
Yeah, I got one similar to that from someone else, and I didn't even use it. I was like, nope, no thanks.
And Brother Taft, sorry I didn't say welcome. I see you over there being all sneaky and funny like, just like you always are, my brother. Okay, now.
Taft.
Yeah.
What is going on, guys? I'm killing it. Back with another video.
He always looks to the side as he says it.
Back for another video.
But I also love how, like, you can just see his excitement and his
Yeah.
enthusiasm bubbling up in him, and he's like, this stuff, oh my God, yeah, this stuff right here that I got, it's
That's a
like,
guy who really enjoys making content in general. I think he took a shot at it. He didn't think it would take off, and it's starting to. Stick to your guns, Ben. You're doing a damn good job. I'm watching all your videos, buddy.
And I like how he puts it. He's an introvert who's hiding as an extrovert.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't hide that enthusiasm for as long as you have been, brother. But that's just my stuff,
Right.
Okay. Do you think in this current climate that we have with wrestling going on, who puts on better matches, the women's division or the guys?
Right now?
Yes.
The women are more they attract more attention because you got Bailey and Sasha, who people are hating that they wanted to split up, but they're drawing you in. They're drawing you in every time because you think it's going to happen and it doesn't. They just continue it. It's going to build up probably where after SummerSlam, we're at SummerSlam, one turns on each other, but then and now you see them. They have all the gold and they're just building it and building it. You can't really say anything more about the women because they have all the gold. The focus is them. The men, they just run around in circles with each other. It's what it is. It's really what they're doing. You got who I think is one of the greatest champions right now, and I'm pretty sure they're going to take the belt off of him. It's going to piss me off. Drew McIntyre deserves it more than anybody, and they're probably going to take it off of him. Give it to Randy Orton, who does not need it by any means. And I think he's an overrated wrestler anyway. And they're you're not a fan?
I'm not a fan of him as a person.
No,
because of his background.
He has a horrible, ignorant personality and ego. He is horrible. Well, they're going to give him the belt and probably build it up to where he and Edge fight next year when he returns. Edge wins the belt and then loses it really quickly. And then he'll retire. And then Drew McIntyre will get it back again a year or two from now in front of a crowd and get his for real moment. And then it'll be tainted because he got shit on for Randy Orton.
Yeah, but like Randy Orton, you know about his background before he joined the WWE.
He walked out of I forget
Marine Corps.
Marine. Yeah, he walked out. Yeah,
he was a deserter, and I'm like, you signed the freaking document, dude. If it's not for you, serve your time, then move on.
Yeah, I think he walked out more than once, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's bullshit. And the funny thing is, he is not even noticed or even recognized when they do the tribute with the troops. He's not even there.
That's because Vince knows he will get ate alive.
Yeah.
That's my honest opinion. Deserters are just, nope. Sorry, Bubba. Nope.
I mean, there are wrestlers that were in the military of some sort. They were.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh,
he was named Lashley. Isaiah Swerve Scott from NXT. I can't remember every person from the military, so I apologize. But I know those two are active in WWE, and they were in the military for sure.
Yeah, but Beard Bushido, Lucha Underground, if you've really watched the Lucha wrestlers, it's all about more the show than it is actually the match.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a mini telenovela, whatever. They put on a hell of a show, and one of the biggest disgraces that can ever happen is they lose their mask. Their career is done at that point.
Yeah, once you lose your mask, you can't return. That's like the thing. It's because it's a secret. That's the whole point. Is you're protecting your legacy, your secret, and then once you take it off, like Ricochet, He was Prince Puma. He can never be that again, you know?
Yeah. And even Ricochet, I'm beginning to wondering what's up with him. That high flyer is
He got crapped on
grounded.
because Vince pretty much just pulled the plug on him. Cedric Alexander, Aleister Black, they're going to repackage him. All these wrestlers who were phenomenal in NXT just get crapped on, and Hunter can't do anything about it.
See, it was really weird. Speaking of Aleister Black, I saw a video of him unboxing a subscription box on YouTube the other day.
Oh, yeah?
He's unboxing tactical gear, and he's talking about the fun stuff he got in a battle box. And I'm like, you're a wrestler. You know, you should be in the middle of a ring right now with a bunch of candles around you doing that stuff.
No, there's if you look, because I follow a lot of wrestlers on Instagram because that's the only other platform I'm on. A lot of them are making YouTube channels and such because they're making money. Because I don't know how they're doing. I don't know how they're getting paid if they're not really recording.
Yes.
I don't really think they're getting paid a lot of money because they're only showing up just to videotape and that's it. So they got to make money somehow and keep it coming in. So like Peyton Royce, who a beautiful woman married to Sean Spears, Ty Dillinger, whatever you want to call him. Beautiful woman, great wrestler actually too. She started making Instagram videos on how to cook, and all of a sudden she said, I could make money doing this on YouTube. She has almost 100 and some thousand subscribers in less than 30 days.
Ruby Riot's got one too.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this is the great place to make money, but they've got the draw and they're huge in what they do for a living. People are gonna go watch them what they do. Like Sarah Logan, she's not wrestling. She and her husband, 30 to 50,000 subscribers in less than like 2-3 months. It's awesome.
And Big Man, I thought AEW was onto something. Now I'm just, I don't know. It's like they're trying to outdo the WWE instead of doing what caught my attention with TNA in the beginning, or even ECW. Develop your own talent. Don't go chasing stars that are so out of date. They're like pieces of leather walking to the ring, like a Ric Flair or a Hulk Hogan or, God forbid, Chris Jericho.
I'm drinking. It's not very strong. It's more sweet than it actually is strong or potent. So
if it works, there you go.
I didn't want to open up anything else just because I don't want to feel like shit tomorrow. I got a fairly busy day at work tomorrow on Friday. I gotta fill in for the guy beside me, so I got to do two people's work tomorrow.
Okay, now if you could have, and we're gonna close down the wrestling here and move on to another one that I talked to you about in the green room. If you could have one person in their prime come back right now into the WWE, who would you pick?
In their prime, it would not be Ric Flair because he's my favorite. I wouldn't pick him. Oh, Sting in the WWE.
See, yeah, that one I'm not even going to argue with because
then I would want to see the dream matches, not just the main one.
Yes. I think Sting, how can I put it? He got injured too quick, got really underused, and the possibilities that they could have done with Sting and working within his values when Vince bought WCW were just amazing. But they dropped a ball.
Well, the problem, he had that big contract with Time Warner like all the other big ones did.
Yep.
And he didn't like the way it was going with the WWE. He chose to stay away because he just didn't like it. And that's fine. He stuck to his guns. Both the Rhodes boys are extremely talented, were able to step out of their father's immense shadow. They're trying to build Dusty Rhodes' legacy, but you can't compete with the competitor and try to make your father happy. It's just not going to work. It just won't. And as you guys can see from my hat, I am a diehard NXT fan. I honestly was not a Hunter fan ever. Didn't really like him. But I like the fact that he took a chance in developing people, giving people a chance. That was literally what it was made for. And I think it's way better than anything WWE puts on camera these days. I've been saying that for years. I hate watching the WWE anymore.
Oh, I do too. I mean, the storylines are predictable. The outcomes are predictable. Everything is just who's going to do a suicide dive? Who's going to do, the 5-star frog splash? Who's going to put who in, the scorpion deathlock? And I'm like, I can see this coming. And Bushido, I agree with you. Instead of staying with what made them unique, because before TNA brought in morons, I thought they could have buried the WWE.
Yep.
I love the 6-sided ring. I love the X Division. I love what they were doing with their pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
And then they brought morons in. And what happened? WCW meets WWE in TNA. And then they got rid of the 6-sided ring. And they got rid of other stuff that made TNA TNA.
Yep. You're right. You're exactly right. I never really liked TNA, but I did watch from time to time. And I will say the best thing to ever come from there is AJ Styles. Hands down.
Phenomenal one. Hell yeah.
The greatest wrestler to ever step foot in TNA. And I mean that. He's one of the top 3 ever. And he's a natural at it. Still, to this day. I got to meet him.
Nice.
I did. I got to meet him at a vintage video game media store. It doesn't exist anymore. And it's only $30. He was right when he left TNA and he was doing that Ring of Honor trip where he was like a free agent.
Right.
Dude, he's seriously flew on a plane from Atlanta, Georgia to Baltimore, got in a rental car, drove to Williamsport, Maryland, did his meet and greet for 3 or 4 hours, made some money, bought some video games, drove back. And all in one day. And then he was like, thank you all for coming and this and that. Very cool, down to earth guy. He didn't hide anything, and he didn't sugarcoat nothing. Like, he wasn't fake. He was legitimately like, fuck TNA. Like, he didn't hide it.
Yeah, well, Dixie Carter screwed over a lot of people, but oh god, Mick, I remember Erwin R. Shyster because he teamed up with Ted DiBiase to make Money Inc.
You don't even know what do you know about the All American team? You don't even know who that is.
Oh, he was there in WCW a while ago. What, the first Starcade?
Oh no, the All American team. That was Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda in WrestleMania. Man, you don't even remember that.
Okay, well, it's a while ago. When
The
a lot of beers and vodkas.
The Varsity Club was Kevin Sullivan, Mike Rotunda, and Rick Steiner, and Dr. Dusty Williams.
And see, okay, that also explains why Rick Steiner for so long had on his All-American jacket, bringing his Letterman crap to the ring. And
well, that was real. They were actually from Michigan.
Oh, no.
That was real.
I get that, but it was part of the character, part of the gimmick, part of it going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking of AJ, and like I said, we're going to move on because I got Scott for a limited amount of time. I'm not trying to keep him all night. I know he's cool. He's got stuff to do. But I love AJ's approach and how he's going to treat his last contract. He's like, that's it. Once it's done, I'm retiring.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to be with my kids. I want to be with my family. I don't want to be in a wheelchair with a lot of, health problems. I want to enjoy what I've done.
Oh, yeah. And I really think that if it was possible, they should pay Shawn Michaels and give the world the match between him and AJ. I would love to see it.
Shawn Michaels now? No. He
wanted to do it, but after that match in Saudi, he said no. He did. Like, legitimately, he's like, I can't. He was pissed off because the 4 of them failed. It wasn't just one. It was horrible. And he said no.
Now, Billy Rogers, I want you to look at the top, okay? See a little title of the show you're watching? You see your channel name? You want to talk gimmick infringement? I love you, Billy. Love you. That's Billy Rogers' new channel name, Scott.
Nice.
Beards, Beer, and Bourbon. 2 of those are in the show you're in right now. Wonder where you got that name, Billy. All right. And yes, I'm giving him crap. I like, Billy. And yeah, I like the Dogface Gremlin a lot more than I like the Big Papa Pump. So
I thought it was hilarious. I used to laugh because you knew he was like high as crap or just like wasted, and he or just steroids was just roiding through him.
Yeah,
I laughed. And he's just my freaks out there because he's just looking up into nowhere. I'm like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
Okay, now we got to have a little fun before we transition to something else. like I mentioned at the very beginning of this live stream, we got a surprise for you guys tonight. Normally, I don't do this on my show, but because Scott's here and I wanted to do something a little bit differently. Where is it? All right, pull that up. Not generation. Sorry, guys, hold on. You can tell how far out of it I am when I try to do stuff. All right, what do we got in here? 17 people, so we're just going to go like 1 through 10. We have 2 giveaways tonight, guys. One of them is courtesy of Defined Beard Co., and the other is courtesy of Damn Yankee. Both of these are an oil and butter or balm of your choice. We're going to kick this off with, let's go with Damn Yankee because he was in here first. So like I said, there's 17 of you. We're going to do what I call the Dan C rolls. Only enter once. Whatever number I see first wins. You know, all that fun stuff. So get ready. 1 through 10. Go. Yeah, Billy, don't think. You know when you think, problems happen. Love you, brother.
Tyson picked 11.
Yeah, he would.
Matt picked 3.14. Oh,
okay, hold up, guys. Hold up. I do believe we have a winner. I just want to check and make sure no one else beat him because everything from StreamYard just blew up at once.
Yeah.
Look at that. Our little brother. Hopefully it'll show. Dang it. But 7, code.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Devin won it. Sweet.
You're the winner, brother. So get a hold of Pete. Let him know you won. He's expecting it. Well, not you, but, you know, someone to get a hold of him, okay?
That's funny. Devin recently did an unboxing, a private chat with me. He got to open up. I'm spoiling this on camera, but I got to do it fine because I've been waiting to. He, for the first time, tried Damn Yankee, and he got some stuff, purchased it, and he tried it, and he smelled it. He's like, "Oh my gosh," you know. Yeah. And then he said it was the one he wanted to review or check out so much. He got Lux's 1912. If you all could have seen his face when he smelled that,
nice.
It was like, what have I been missing? You know, and I just laughed. I was like, hate to say I told you so.
Right. All right, now guys, we're switching over to something different, and it's kind of weird that I have Scott on today. Before we get to this next segment, I'm going to take a moment of silence here, guys. Today is Extortion 17 Day. If you don't know what that is, a whole bunch of the special operations community got killed today. 17 members, a whole bunch of crew members, some Afghani nationals, and some other stuff lost their life today when they were going out into the field to try to save, if you've seen the movie Lone Survivor, Marcus Luttrell's platoon.
Yeah.
So just, guys, seriously, as a vet, I'm asking you, moment of silence here. Thank y'all. Now, this one brings us into our next thing, okay? I know as a vet, and I know there's other veterans in our community, and there's other people who've had problems. We all sometimes go to our dark places. And recently, I've been talking a lot, and yes, if you watch the feed with LaFleur and Company Beard Co., that's where a lot of it started, all right? He helped me realize I've got a good platform to be able to talk to people and be able to connect to people and get info out there. Now, when I was on Scott's channel a little bit ago, he made mention that he hit a small depression and kind of pulled back. If you want, Scott, would you share about that?
I don't really know what happened or how it even started. It just kind of just came over me. It was the beginning of the year. Kids and everybody was up here. I did not know that. Oh, I'm reading comment. Yeah. I don't know what happened. It just kind of just came out of nowhere. My kids would come to the house, and I just legitimately would just ignore them. I would just sit there, just in my own little world. And my children don't have the same mom, and that's my doing. So I'll take full responsibility for that.
No judgment here. My better half has 6 kids by 6 different guys. No judgment. All that cares about is the love they get. So no judgment.
Yeah, so they're sisters, and they're 7 years apart. And they don't get to see each other very much. They do when I'm with them and stuff. And there was a dark time where I wasn't on drugs or drinking heavy or anything. I just sit in my chair and just zone everything out on weekends, like for real. Don't even know why. I don't know what happened. I ignored Mandy. I mean, like physically and every way, every which way around. She was one who knew something was wrong. I don't know. I can't explain it. I have no idea. And one day, when COVID was at its crappiness, and I couldn't see my children, and I talked to the moms, and I said, I'm going to stay away just because we were supposed to do that. I didn't want them coming back and forth, and it sucked. It sucked. If any of y'all have children and you're not around your kids, or you're not with them all the time, you know exactly what I'm saying. When you can't see them at all, it sucks. Just doing this. This is not healthy when for a relationship with your children or anybody in general. It's not it's not as this type of relationship, snap or FaceTiming people, is not as good for you as an actual physical in your face relationship with someone. And I really believe that. Well, it just hit me out of the blue one day where I just lost it. I just couldn't hold it anymore. And I told Mandy, said, I miss my children. And she, of course, I couldn't see them. She's like, we'll get through it, and I just vented out to her. I said, I just haven't been myself. I don't know why I felt that way. I have no idea to this day. Well, I finally just started talking about it. Well, I went and had a conversation with my teenager. I actually came to her house and I talked to her, and I wound up teary. I was bawling my eyes out to her, and I was like, I'm sorry. I said, the typical thing that I should have said, the things that I should, because I don't see my children as much as anybody else does. I don't. And I enjoy my time with them. And I told her, I said, I'm sorry. I said, I'm not the dad that you want. I said, I wish I could be with you every day, and I can't. And I was like, if you ever thought that I was, I didn't want her to think, and I never had time for her. I was like, she started crying, and she says, I always just thought you were busy. Because I am a busy person. I always have something going on of some sort. And I told her, I said, I am never too busy for you. She says, and then she says, and I said, why don't you? And I asked her, I was like, why haven't, not to put my faults onto her. I said, you have a cell phone. Why don't you just send, you can call me anytime. And not it. I'm not putting the blame on my 13-year-old, 14-year-old daughter for saying that. I'm not. But, a cell phone works both ways in general. If you want to talk to somebody, make the effort and send that text, send that call. You will regret it later, sooner or later. It will come back and get you an ass. Well, now, I'm not going to put it all out here for the world to know, but I'm kind of having a difficult time with my children right now. Like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I'm not seeing either one of my kids right now, and it's kind of a shitty situation. If I told you guys, some of you know, Devin knows, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, I get that, and don't. God, how can I put this? If you feel comfortable sharing, go ahead. If you don't, I understand. All right.
Let's just put it this way: my teenager just. Let's just say that my teenager kind of just left my house in the middle of the night. I'll just leave it like that.
Okay.
Door wide open, with my 7-year-old girl in there in the bedroom, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. No,
I found out from a little note she left me a note on the table. What would you think in this world right now? You wake up to that, you would literally go kill somebody.
Yeah.
And I found out at 4 a.m. You know yourself, if I would have traveled down to West Virginia, a cop would have been called and charges would have been pressed. And I was like, I can't do that right now. So I didn't.
Don't need that. So what helped bring you back? I mean, I know with everybody it's something different, Because I know you took a really long hiatus from YouTube.
I did. I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't. There's a guy in the chat right now who I am completely blocked from because the person just wouldn't leave me the hell alone. And I know you can hear me, and I really don't care. I don't. I'm not even saying your name because,
Yeah, let's.
yeah, if you would have been an adult about the whole situation and gave me my space, this wouldn't be going on right now. But you chose another path, and now look where we are. But I was going through some rough shit, and very few knew or reached out. What not saying you should have. Some of them knew, and they reached out. And you know who you are, and I thank you all for helping me through it. I pulled myself out. I did. I was like, I would take it by day. I feel good today. I would come home and say to Mandy, I had a shitty day today, or I'm not feeling today, or whatever the day was, and I just pulled myself up. The situation I got going on right now, it's like I said, I'm not depressed. It's a bullshit situation going on right now, and I'm just.
Oh, we all have stuff going on, and I'm even going to share this with you right now. This is something that happened within the last 24 hours. If any of you guys watch my step parent vlogs, this is no secret to anybody. My nieces a couple years ago were molested by their father. Their dad went to jail, and of course the mom's like, "Oh, you don't know him like I do," and she was defending him for stuff. Well, now they're separated, they're divorced, they're on their wherever. So I knew stuff had been too quiet. And I'm like, you feel a tremor in the force, and it's like, where's it gonna hit? Where's it gonna hit? And I saw my sister in law tag the other one in a thing about the storms going on in Florida. And I'm like, wait a minute, did she move back there? And they're like, well, yeah, a while ago. Didn't you know? No. But when you find the next story, it's like her current guy. He asked to move in with his dad to establish some residence. And you, as a dad, if you respond, hell F no, that speaks a lot about the character of your son. You don't want him in your house. But they snuck to Colorado. Now they're in Florida. And I'm like, it just never stops with them.
I'm
So,
reading. I'm getting messages.
I mean, we all, God, how can I put it? We all go through stuff, and something that may never get to us on a day is that one thing that makes you go.
That's exactly what happened to me, and not that long ago. I just said, that's it, and eliminated some things.
Okay.
I eliminated some things that, to me, were causing issues, and I did what I needed to do for myself. I did. I really did. Like, I pulled away from quite a lot of things and people in my life. I have. A lot of you don't know this. I don't associate with my family. I don't. I didn't have the greatest relationship with my parents at all. I'm not giving that story. Mommy, daddy hated me. I'm not. No. We didn't get along. I'll just leave it at that. And I'm the type of person, and I mean this, like, I didn't take advice, and I didn't take orders from my mom after I hit 18 years old.
Okay.
And I was always in my head. I was like, I'm a grown ass man. I'm standing on my own 2 feet. I can take care of myself. You don't tell me what to do. Well, that changed. I got in a rough spot, and I had to stay live with my sister for a little while. And my mother got me thrown out of where I was living. And I was like, that's it. That did it for me. That did it. I was like, fuck you. That was almost 11 years ago. I haven't spoken to my mother, my dad. We haven't spoken in 14 years. Yeah.
It does happen.
Shit happens, Shit happens.
It happens.
And what I talk to them now, I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know. I'm the type of guy, if I block you out, you pretty much ain't come back into my life. That's how I pretty much roll with anybody in my lifetime.
I can respect that. You know, I can respect that a lot.
I take respect deeply, seriously. This is a conversation I need to have with my teenager, but I'll use this as an example, as the example I'm trying to make. You disrespect me enough to sneak out of my house, don't come back.
You know,
You know, and I'm sorry. That's fucked up. That is,
I agree.
that is really fucked up to do. You just leave, So that's my example.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You have if you can't respect somebody, don't fool with them. Honestly, if you don't be a fake friend, because it's like you're saying, like we're sitting there talking. We all have our issues and stuff. We don't, you don't know someone until you really talk to them and get to know them. As that was why I kind of started wanting to do the open the door to get to know people outside of the keyboard warrior aspect. I wanted to see who was brave enough to come on and tell our stories as you and I have done. And I didn't really know you other than us as a YouTube content maker. And then after our chat we had on my channel, I was like, I like this guy. He's a cool dude. I learned some things about him today, and I'm interested in knowing him more. And that was why I started doing those conversations like that. And the only reason why I'm taking a break from them, honestly, just to clarify, I'm just taking a break. That's all. Nothing's going on. I'm taking a break and lining up the rest of the year, and it almost already is. So,
See, that's cool. And I also want to put this out there because there's a lot of people currently over in the chat and maybe watching this later on who are new to the review game since you took your hiatus. Guys, what you're seeing, I always point the wrong way. So my guest, he's vastly different now than he was before he took his hiatus.
oh, I was a hothead. I was the guy. I was the guy that all of you all who sent was doing this to. I was the guy that got all those messages. Did you hear this person said that? Did you watch that video? Oh. Did you see this company put that out? Oh. This company's talking about this. This company's talking about that. There are a lot of shitty things that go on behind the scenes of the bearding community that need to end and just go away. Stuff like that. There was a lot. There was a lot of it. It really was. And I just didn't want to be a part of that anymore. Like I was like, how many rants did I put on when I destroyed Fable Beer Company for downing someone 2 years ago when I was shaving my head? Remember that?
I actually remember that.
Yeah, I literally looked at my camera and said, shut your fucking business down. Like I meant that.
I remember that.
And what's funny, I was right. And I heard that from other people. I didn't even witness it when it happened or what was going on. I don't even remember. Yeah, I was the guy. Like I would call someone out. Like, I ranted. I've ran live on camera any time of the day. I didn't care.
See, I remember that. Like when your lives, it was either you were going to tear somebody's head off or we were going to talk wrestling. And you never knew what your live was going to be because you'd be sitting there at your table snapping peas. You start talking, then all of a sudden someone pops in the chat and you're like, you mother. And boom, Scott the Bear's out to play,
Yeah. I used to. I'm Scotch and Irish. What can I say? But it's about all I can say about that. I'm reading these comments and they're delayed, so I'm sorry. I'm now reading Devin's. The 1912 is the most beautiful thing ever. I told you. I'm only looking at the StreamYard screen, guys, so that's all delayed for me.
Yeah,
I told you. No,
and Bushido, yeah, it's really weird being an old timer like I am because at first I didn't put out a lot of beard stuff. If you look at my channel, I throw a lot of content out there. But it's, like I said in the beginning of this video, I looked up to him for his brutal, in-your-face honesty,
I've had companies that have told me they're afraid to send me their products. I have. And they said it jokingly. And they said, is that a good or a bad thing? I said, maybe you need to reevaluate your business. I was like, if you don't believe in your product, don't give it, don't even attempt to sell it, That's just stupid.
I can remember that. I
That's
think
stupid.
I even remember. I think it was like one of your reviews. I can't remember the company. You're like, well, they were dumb enough to send it to me, so let's do this. And I'm like, ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
I do. I don't remember who it was, but I remember saying that.
I was just wow. And guys, it's so weird seeing the big angry bear. Not saying you're a cub now, but you see this totally different side of Scott, and he's doing these opening the door segments. And I'll be honest, when he invited me on, I was scared. I'm like, all right, well, got to work out a little bit. This may be a boxing match. You know, he's probably going to chew my head off, and it was a lot of fun being on a show.
It was just something different. I came up with because like I said, when I come up with the idea, I think I said it in the video when I announced this is what's going on. Doing live streams is great. It's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it gets boring from time to time. It does because I'm literally chasing your comments. I appreciate everyone who tunes in, of course, but it's after so many times you do it over and over. You got to change it up. You can't. It can't do the same old stale. It just becomes stale. It really does, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm taking a break from the door. Just because to me it's fun. I love doing it, but I'm the type of guy I like to evolve. I get that's from my music career. I was the type of guy I would record an album, play on it for 1 year, and I wanted to throw it away. I wanted to start over. My bandmates I played with wanted to continue and just ride it out and make all the money they could, the old Metallica Black Album method. And I said, fucking quit. I was like, no. Because when we had 2 albums written that no one had heard, and I'm like, this is stupid. I was like, I'm not going to play these 10 songs for the rest of my life. I have 20 more we wrote in practice. I'm like, we're practicing these for a reason. You
Yeah.
want to evolve. I'm like, no. I like to as you said, my Christmas in July. It's already ready for next year, and it's literally a year away. I
Yeah.
like to get. I don't like to do the same thing over and over and over again. I never really did.
But guys, I want you to notice something. Look at his body language when he was talking about music. Look how happy he is, and look how everything about him just it really perked up. And he's like, "We gonna talk about this for years because I love this." And I think it's cool that even though you're like, "I'm gonna pull the WWE and never say never," I know you're itching to get back behind that drum set and just let it rip, on stage somewhere.
I got
You can
something.
just see it in you.
I got something in the works. I can't lie. I'm not hexing it because it's all got to fall into play.
There better be video of it. That's all I'm saying, or a live stream.
Well, I got a buddy of mine who he just I was like, no promises. That's what I told him. He wants to just play because he's got the itch, like any
Yeah.
musician does. He's like, got a place. Okay, and the first thing I always ask, like, is it safe? Is it secure? Because I'm not going to be lugging my shit back and forth,
Right, right.
And I said, is it secure? He says, yeah. He says, of course it is. And I said, is it secure for sure? And he says, why? I said, because I got to film the first time we play. And he looked, and he calls me. What the fuck are you talking about? I said, I got a following that is dying to see this. I'm like, I got to put this on camera somehow. I was like,
yes.
But then I was like, it's 3 years since I've played. And it's actually the guy who I last played music with. He couldn't play on good terms. He had to stop, and he's got the itch. And I was like, we'll work it out.
Yeah, but
So,
isn't a lot of it muscle memory? Because you're a drummer, and it's just you got to get the motions down, and it'll come back to you.
Well, when as I played, I don't know if you know this. A drummer plays to what they call a click track. That's what they record with. You hear this in your headphones.
Okay.
You're keeping time to the song.
Yeah.
And that's, if I'm playing, if I'm playing a Slayer song, I'll just dial in the speed it's, you just get to the speed and you're in it. What's the biggest piece of advice you would give to someone that has never done a live stream?
You want to go first?
Have fun.
Yes.
Have fun. Have fun. It's your platform. It's your way to reach out live to people, and you got to keep their attention. Making a video doesn't count because anybody can watch that video at any time and click on it. And you will never know who watches it at all, ever. If you're watching someone live, you have got to keep them there.
Yes.
You got to keep them interested in what you're saying. Excuse me. You have to keep them interested in the point. You got to get your point across for whatever it is. If you're ranting out, if you have a debatable discussion, if you're talking with someone else, if you're trying to get feedback from your viewers, you have got to keep their attention one way, shape, or form. Because if you don't, exit. And it's that's fine, but you want to get as many people there as you can. That's why I had my Christmas in July, and I didn't let out any secrets at all until that day. I built it up so you all came to my big live stream.
Yes.
And it worked.
And Bushido, I'm telling you, go out there, go look at my playlists, okay? Look at the very first one of these I ever did. My internet was crap. My laptop was crap. I didn't even know what I was going to say. I just got right in front of it and started talking.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about camera. Don't worry about, is this going to get liked? Is this not going to get liked? Am I going to get super chats? Am I not going to get super chats? Just talk.
Hmm.
You know,
be you. Be yourself.
Don't worry about lighting. Don't worry about, oh my God, I have to have the latest, greatest this. I have to have the latest, greatest that. I mean, seriously, look right here, right now. You can kind of see the white lights from the blinds that are right in front of me filtering in from the sun.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about that, you know? I'm not worried about the toys in the background that are a little bit more muted right now, or like my clothes hanging in my closet. I didn't even set up the green screen today because it's kind of warm where I'm at. I didn't want to shut down the air conditioners.
We all could be Tyson from Faithfully Bearded and have a green screen on a bunch of beard oil bottles behind you. I mean,
yeah, we all know he has.
I so want to get that design he's got behind him. I want that so bad.
And yes, exactly. Roll with the tech issues. That was the most fun I ever had. Like on a live with somebody, I'm like, wow, I'm in charge now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ted, you don't need fancy things to do a live stream or whatever. You know, like, come on, guys, I do them in my bathroom. You know, I set up a tripod and I'm you see me shave my head, or I'm trimming my beard or whatever. You know, it's look at this is a stupid example, but look at George Bruno. Look at George Bruno's videos from back in the day when he was the Sultan of Silver. The man was most of the time in his office at the barbershop opening up packages and such, or he's sitting down drinking coffee and giving you a review or whatever. But then go look at him like in some of his other videos. He's in a suit and tie.
Yeah.
You know, you don't. If you're doing a live stream with somebody, they're chill. Like if you watch George Bruno on his, he does Instagram live streams. He's smoking a pipe in his little building. You know, just chilling and drinking with you guys.
The only thing he ever did that I went, you know, what the fuck over, when he first got beard oil in, he was like, this is a gimmick, this is crap, don't waste your money. And then like a month later, he comes out with a video going, I've made my own beard oil. It's $50 an ounce. And I'm like, what are you smoking, you know?
Yeah, I watched that. That was actually, I think that's the video where he shows you how many to use. Like he does the 3 pads.
Yes.
Then he goes, I've got some of these left. They're $50 a bottle. And I'm like, you're a moron.
Yeah, I mean, he's got an amazing beard, but some of the stuff, and that's the other part, because I was going to bring this up in a question, and I know you covered one big part for me is we've got some brand new YouTubers and young channels on the way up. What's Scott's advice? What is if you have to impart that one little bit of knowledge, what would it be?
Be real. Be real. I mean that. Like, be real. I'm looking at the comments are late. Devin has found he knows what I'm talking about. Devin's found it. He's got it. Benjamin, he's finding it. I can see it, and he's coming into his own. Ken from Bluegrass Bearded, he's got it. I like the way he does his videos. Let me scroll up here. Let me look at some more. Tyson. We don't have to talk about Tyson. He's got it. He knows what he knows when I be you. That's one of his statements. Be you. He knows what it's all about.
Johnny
Matt Kirby at
Grooms,
Beard
yeah.
Reviews.
Johnny Grooms has bled for this community.
Johnny
You know?
Grooms, the man, he shaved his beard off.
How about the hot wax up the nose and the pulley?
That was the greatest video he ever made, and I'm not saying it to make fun of him. He did that for you all to watch.
Yep.
Think about that. I'll see if I can be your cameraman.
Yeah, and my thing, other than just being real, is roll with it. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have problems. All of your videos are not gonna be Oscar-worthy videos.
Oh yeah.
Just be you in front of the camera. You're not gonna be you at first. You're gonna find yourself, and when you do, it's that moment.
Tyson is so full of it. He says my green screen is a one-off. No, it's not, dude. I'm going to find the company that made your green screen, and I'm going to get it custom because this is actually wood. See, I'm tapping on the wall. It's real. I want you to tap on the wall. I want you to do it in one of your next videos. Oh, Scott.
Yeah. Or here's an oil and pick it up and hold it forward. You know.
I would love to see that. I would.
We all know Tyson's only got 3 oils. 3.
No, that's not true. He does have more than 3 collaborations, so that's not true.
Alrighty, guys. We're going to get our last giveaway out of the way, and then we're going to kind of wrap things up because I can smell dinner cooking downstairs, and I'll admit it, I'm hungry.
Do you
And
smell what The Rock is cooking? That is the question.
No, but I smell what my better half is cooking. That's all
There
I
you
care.
go.
The Rock can keep making his billions with the XFL, but still. Now, this one is, like I said, Defined Beard Co. We're going to do random number generator, 1 through 10, just to give everybody a quick chance and get things going. All right? Same rules as before. The Dan C. Bearded, what comes on my screen first, all that fun stuff.
Devin, you cannot enter. You cannot enter it, but be fair.
Yeah, you won once, Code. No offense. So
Yeah.
1 through 10, go. That's the only part of StreamYard I hate is that waiting for it to come, you know?
Yeah, I switched to the YouTube one just to see. Devin, he guess he 0.99. That's funny.
Nice.
He's a 99 center.
Okay, the fun part is, guys, stop entering because on YouTube, which I have over here, I see the winner, but I need for it to come up on StreamYard if it ever gets its butt up here. We do have a winner. Come on, StreamYard. What the?
Oh, it's bad tonight. It's really bad. It's like minutes delayed.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I will say it, Alex. You know, Alex, what? Canales, whatever. You know, I can never pronounce your last name, brother. Alex, you won. It was 10, and it's yours, bro.
Yep, he got it.
Yeah, he's the only one with a 10. Because right after that, I see Big Man Bearded going, you know, I'd love to try to find them the congratulations. So, Alex, contact Define Beard Co, bro. Get you your oil, your balm, or your butter of your choice, man. All right. Now the comments roll in. All right, come on. That way I can say, look, Alex, you're on the big screen, brother. All right. Now, I know we're going to kind of wrap things up here. Scott, I already know all your questions for the hot seat, so I've got nothing to ask you. You know, because you just had it on Ken's channel. And I pretty much asked kind of the same things, kind of put my little spin on the other stuff that you do. But I'm going to add these 2 little questions. Your all-time men's champ, women's champ?
Wrestling?
Yes.
All-time favorite? Is that what you're saying?
Who would you pick as your all-time favorite women's champ and men's champ?
Women's. Becky Lynch. I would. I like her. I like the fact that they gave her a chance, and she literally made it as a joke, saying, I'm the man, and she ran with it. She literally has that trademarked. Because did you know who had it?
No.
Ric Flair. He gave it to her. She has it.
Nice.
Yeah. He gave her the permission to use it because they say Ric Flair's the man. He's the man.
Yeah. To beat
He
the man, you
gave
got to
her the,
beat the man. Yeah.
he gave her permission to use it. No joke.
Nice.
Men, that's a tough one. That's tough because I want to say Ric Flair because he's my favorite wrestler, but the man honestly has lost it 16 times. So you think about that, it's like,
Yeah.
was he really that good? I'm thinking about this one because this is a tough question because you look at all these guys who've held it, like I just said.
Okay, big man, contact defined. Alex, that is freaking cool, you brother.
Oh,
Thank you.
good job, Alex. That's awesome.
And big man, you owe us a review.
Yes, you got to do a review if you get it paid forward. That should be like a new unwritten rule. If you
Exactly.
get a giveaway gifted to you or handed over to you, you must do a review and not written. Do a review video on Instagram or on YouTube. That's a tough one, Chris. Damn.
Well, it should be simple. You got this. I've already got mine too right now. And I'll
So,
tell you honestly, I
like a
agree with you. Becky Lynch, a
yeah,
redheaded Irish girl, that accent and her moves in the ring, sold. And I will admit, I did not like him at first as a singles wrestler, but dear God in heaven, he grew on me. Bret Hart.
I was torn between Brett and Sean. I didn't know who to pick. I didn't. It'd be either one. Actually, Edge, because
Nice.
the fucker fought and clawed for every title he got.
Yeah, and he got ditched the stupid vampire angle and actually became somebody really cool and worth watching.
He's held the most titles in wrestling history. He still holds that record.
I wouldn't doubt it. I really
Yeah,
wouldn't doubt it.
I would say Brett or Sean. It's hard to pick either one because I like them both in that era. It's hard.
I'll give you the first tie ever on my show.
It's
You get
hard.
it.
It's hard because they put one of the greatest matches ever in the Iron Man match, man.
Oh,
I mean, it was
God, yeah.
great. And then Brett got screwed.
Yeah, well, that's something for another show down the road. But still, on that note, guys, we're going to kind of wrap it up here. I'm going to do like I always do and say, Scott, thank you so much for the time you gave me, brother. Like I said,
Hey, you're welcome. I really had fun doing this, man. It's fun. It's different to be on the other side of the camera because I'm not used to. I don't do this very often, and it's not because I don't want to. I've never really. I've never been in this situation. When I did it in music and stuff, it was different because completely different aspects. So it's not the same thing. This is fun. It's fun to come onto other channels. Like I said, August apparently is the month for me to be doing that because I did it with Ken, I got it with you, I'm doing it with John at the later in the month. If anybody ever wants me to send me a message, I excuse me, too much root beer. Damn. I I kind of started this live stream thing a long time ago, and I think it's awesome that everyone is doing it. Whatever day of the week you do it on. And I will apologize. I don't get to watch everyone's stuff. I'm not taking the easy way out and just saying I'm busy. There are so many to keep up with. So
big man, get a hold of me on Instagram after. I'll tell you, bro. All right.
there's so many live streams and such going on, and I think everyone doing them is awesome. But I just can't keep up with every single one of them. I watch them eventually. I do. But tomorrow's a big one I'm trying to watch. I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to watch it live because if anyone tries to get a hold of me tomorrow night, I will be unavailable for a few hours. I'm switching phone carriers. You all know how that goes. So I'll more than likely, I'm getting a really good deal to switch to AT&T. So it's going to suck.
Well, I've loved having you on, and like you said, with all the live feeds, I used to get a little bit butthurt about it. I'm like, I've got this established live. I've been doing it for a while, but I'll take the views I get, and it's fun watching it grow in the next couple days because people are watching. So I think that's cool. I loved having you on. Like I said, I wanted this to be different than anything I'd ever done before on my channel because I've had now all three people that I looked up to when I started doing beard reviews on my channel.
Yeah, that's right. You said it was Mo, Daniel, and me. Yeah, you did.
You,
That's right.
that's right.
That's
And
cool.
I'm gonna work out a time to get you back on because I'm lining up some really interesting guests coming up. Two are gonna shock the men's grooming world, and I'm gonna say it like that. One reached out to me, I reached out to the other one, and it's going to be interesting because they're gonna kind of go back to back. So it's gonna be some great live feeds coming up. But guys, like I always do, I'm probably gonna release a knife review tomorrow because I haven't filmed any men's grooming reviews in a while. Well, I've got one, but it's like for a Cremo body wash. I don't know. Depending on my mood when I wake up in the morning, I may release that one. But like I always say, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for your time. Be safe out there, and I will see you in my next video.